Hello everyone and welcome to the first supporter Q&A of 2020. Today I will be answering questions about AAA developers, censorship, movies, and more. If you want to become a supporter and partake in our monthly Q&As, you can become a Dark Titan. The links will be in the pinned comment. And of course, thank you all for your support already and the support you show to the channel, and let us begin the questions and answers. So the first question is, what would be a better way for AAA developers to spark goodwill with the gaming community again, creating a fuller gaming experience at the start or full stop of all predatory DLC and loot box practices? Now, we have to be realistic about our expectations, and the realistic outlook is that they will not stop doing these monetization methods. Even if we get companies to practice less predatory versions of them, they're not just going to go away. The company's shareholders expect more money from these games and need more money from the games that they have made in the past before these methods existed. I think that EA gave us the best example of how to do it. Not that EA has been forgiven for their transgressions. They certainly have not been. I have a lot of problems with EA like many other people do. But by giving us games that are fulfilling experiences, such as Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, without all of the odds and ends monetization methods and microtransactions, even if people did not like the game at its core, it is going back in the direction that companies need to go in to create more goodwill. They created a fulfilling experience and they were definitely rewarded for it. EA said that Fallen Order was their fastest selling Star Wars game on PC, and it shows that the single player experience still sells, and the notion that single player games are dead is wrong, and I do think that plenty of games in 2019 proved that. When is it okay to alter the design of a character for a sequel or remake without being censorship, and in what ways? When it comes to a character that is being remade, I think that it is very important to keep them authentic to their stories and their original costumes. When developers take on the task of remaking something, they should remake it as accurately as possible. If we look at Jill from Resident Evil 3, for instance, they decided for the main game to change her outfit to something more combat and action-oriented. She is now wearing pants as she was previously wearing a very short skirt and a tight tube top, but she was wearing that due to what happened before the game starts, as she was going on a date, and I don't think you'd be going on a date in something action-oriented. If developers really want to alter the design of a character, they need to make their original option accessible without putting it behind a paywall or a pre-order bonus. I think that keeping the integrity of the characters is very important. What is my worst game of 2019? I knew this question would come, and I really don't want to answer it, but in my opinion, I think the worst game that I played was A Plague Tale: Innocence. I know it has gotten such good reviews and a lot of people really enjoy it, though it was around a 10-hour experience, which is very short for its $45 price tag, and the story was just not as captivating as I would have liked it to be, compared to a game that came out for $45. Comparing it to Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, that game is a lot more fulfilling in my opinion. This game was a very beautiful game and the stealth was done really well, though overall it just fell flat for me and it really disappointed me. I was really looking forward to it, which could have been a problem as well. Maybe I hyped myself up and got too excited and expected too much, though they really hyped it up. They really gave it a lot of attention, saying that it would be this amazing, life-changing game when I just thought it was okay. What are my top 3 movie endings? Now, I am not sure if these are my overall top movie endings, though I could give you 3 that I really enjoyed. The first has to be Sixth Sense. M. Night Shyamalan is the king of the twist, and the reveal that Malcolm was one of the dead people that Cole was seeing was a really good way to end it. Obviously, you can guess about halfway through the movie what the twist is going to be if you're paying attention to small details as to why no one is really talking talking to him, why he never changes, but it was still a really good concept, and I think that it was presented really well. Blade Runner was good as well. Obviously, there wasn't a twist like The Sixth Sense, but it was still one of the best movies to ever be created, in my opinion, and the ending was satisfying. And the third would have to be the 1968 Planet of the Apes, where it ends up that he was on Earth the whole time. I think that that is a very iconic movie, but one of the best. What are my top 3 bands? And number 1 would have to be Rush. I am very saddened by Neil Peart's passing. He was one of the best drummers to ever live. But my second would have to be Paramore, due to Hayley Williams' amazing voice. I think she has an amazing range. She can play a lot of instruments, and she overall has done a lot of great things with Paramore. And the third would maybe have to be Linkin Park. There are only a few songs of theirs that I am not particularly a fan of, though I really have enjoyed most of their music. And the last question is, do I think that Wizards of the Coast puts out too much Magic the Gathering product or a satisfactory amount? As an average consumer, I think that they release far too much product, and the problem is where they release it. They have product that goes to your local game store, that goes on their website, that is exclusive to their website, exclusive to specific retailers. They have big box locations selling their products, such as Target, Walmart, GameStop, and that leads to a lot of confusion, especially if you are not looking at Wizards of the Coast's product pages a lot. I think that it is okay to have products releasing between main sets, and I do think that that definitely helps the health of the game. Giving people the products that they desire is very important, and I would never tell them to stop selling supplementary products and products for newer players. They are very important, but I think that they have pushed it to another extreme, and I would prefer to see the quality over quantity when it comes to Magic the Gathering. But those are the questions that I had to answer for this supporter Q&A. Like I said at the beginning, thank you all so much for your support. I do very much so appreciate it going into the new year. Also, if you want to become a Dark Titan, the links are in the pinned comment. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like. And of course, if you did not, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way. But I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.